Up to this point, while discussing the group 13 elements that has representative boron, and that's why it is called boron group. We have discussed the various physical properties, atomic properties and chemical properties, and while going through compounds we come to the borates after doing halides and oxides. Borates are compounds of group 13 containing discrete boron trioxide units. Each of this BO3 3- unit is sp2 hybridized. They are classified according to the way the individual units are linked. They are variously linked via oxygen atoms, and likewise they are named as orthoborates, pyroborates, metaborates and sheet borates. Orthoborates contain discrete BO3 3- units. For example, in case of magnesium, it forms Mg3BO3 whole twice orthoborate. Pyroborate has two units of BO3 3- linked via a common oxygen atom, and the formula is B2O5 4-. The case of magnesium, it forms Mg2B2O5 pyroborate. Now metaborate have a structure where each unit shares two oxygen atoms, therefore they are either in the form of chains or they form a cyclic structure, but they are shared via two oxygen atoms, and the general formula of metaborates is BO2 whole n to the power of n minus. This is a general formula. Now sheet borates are two-dimensional network of borates where all the three oxygen atoms are shared. So it has three oxygen atoms which link and form the two-dimensional network of borates. Now we see another important compound of boron, that is boron hydrides. The binary compounds formed by the boron and hydrogen are called boranes. They are also the very important compounds, and they form wide variety of compounds which are used in various chemical purposes. Simplest borane, known as B2H6, are classified into three major types: closoboranes, nidoboranes, arachnoboranes, and simply diborane is the first unit of this first type of borane. It can be prepared by reacting boron trichloride with hydrogen gas over a copper aluminum catalyst at 450 degrees centigrade. Here we see boron trichloride reacting with hydrogen to give B2H6, that is called diborane. Now diborane on heating alone or in the presence of hydrogen, higher boranes are also obtained other than diboranes. Now we see the most important thing is structure of diborane, how they are linked in case of borane. The total number of valence electrons present in diborane is 12 electrons. The number of valence electrons in ethane, how does it differ? Because it is B2H6 and here with carbon it is C2H6. It has only 14 electrons. Therefore we can see that diborane is electron deficient. It has 2 electrons less than that of the ethane, and hence it should be unstable. Now we'll see elucidate the structure of diborane. It has two types of hydrogen atoms, terminal and bridged. The four terminal BH bonds have the same bond length and they are normal covalent bonds. So we see how it differs from ethane. B2H6 is different structure having two bridged hydrogen atoms, however H B H bond that are much longer than the terminal BH bond. The HBH bond is unusual as the two bridges involve only one electron from each hydrogen atom, giving a total of 4 electrons. That is, each HBH bond has 2 electrons delocalized over the 3 centers. This is a very remarkable bonding which is exceptional in case of diboranes only. It gave rise to the type of bonding which is called the three-centered two-electron bond. Now we come to the another very important compound of boron, that is borazine. It has also got resemblance with the benzene in its formula and structure, but it differs in the various properties that we'll see later. Now, boron nitrogen species that carry only one substituent on each atom and exist as trimers are called borazine. It has formula B3N3H6. Now, it is prepared by heating diborane and ammonia in 1:2 molar ratio at -120 degrees centigrade, which gives ionic species which on heating gives borazine. Here we see how diborane is reacting with ammonia to form a complex, and that results in the liberation of hydrogen with the formation of borazine B3N3H6. Now similarities of borazine with benzene. First thing is, borazine is isoelectronic with benzene, that is the total number of electrons in benzene is 42 electrons and the total number of electrons in borazine is also 42 electrons, so much isoelectronic. Now borazine is isosteric also with benzene, that is the total number of atoms are also same, that is in the form of ring. Here, borazine possesses a cyclic structure of alternating boron and nitrogen atoms. So many similarities, structural similarities are there in borazine and benzene. Now, both the nitrogen and boron are sp2 hybridization. So, hybridization is also same. So, that is why it is called isoelectronic, and it has been named similarly to that of benzene, and it readily undergoes addition reaction. This is because the boron-nitrogen bond is polar, unlike the covalent carbon-carbon bond, and hence the addition reactions happily. The reactivity is also same like that of benzene in case of addition reactions only. Now we see what are the other applications other than important useful compounds of boron family. What are the applications of boron family? We use boron commonly in fiberglass. It also finds use in the ceramics market. It is used in the making of pots, plates, vases, etc. due to its excellent insulating properties. Aluminum is, we all know, we are well acquainted that it is frequently utilized as a part of construction material, electrical gadgets, particularly as a transmitter and links. We also use it in apparatuses and vessels for cooking, safeguarding food. Aluminium's absence of reactivity with food items make it especially helpful for canning. Now aluminium is a part of alloys that we primarily use for making lightweight bodies for flying machine. So it has a wide range of uses with aluminium. Gallium arsenide is a common part of semiconductor, enhancers, solar cells, etc. We can see the useful properties of this group, that is 13 group elements. Now we come to gallium amalgams, that is with the mercury. Gallium when added to mercury it is utilized for a lot of dental purposes. Gallium ammonium chloride finds a common use in the LEDs in transistors. A noteworthy use of gallium is LED lighting. That is how important for us. We don't know. We can usually find indium on platings, phosphorus, bearing, display gadgets, warm reflectors, etc. Indium tin oxides finds an extensive variety of uses. These include glass coatings, solar panels, road lights, electrophoretic displays (EPD). Now they are also common in plasma display boards, electroluminescent lights displays, electrochemical displays and sodium lights, etc. So these are the very important group, that is 13 group, and represented by boron, and hence it is called the boron family. So we have gone through the important properties, all type of chemical, physical properties and even the atomic properties of individual atoms too, because they are very useful as individual atoms also and as their compound form also.